The fantastic Mr. Stuart Gribboon. But he's showed a lot of love. Give him a big round of applause. Bring him to the stage. Stuart Gribboon.
Thanks very much. I want to start by telling you something to get you all really pumped. I am also married. So my friend bet me £20 that I couldn't sneak Meatloaf lyrics into my opening joke. Now I would do anything for a bet. But I won't do that. So I've been looking at the headlines lately, and Arnold Schwarzenegger's making a new movie. It's a film about German composers. When asked who he'll be playing in the movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "I'll be back." That's a German composer joke for you there. I've also got a joke about German philosophers, but I think it's a bit Nietzsche. Fun fact, Picasso only hung out with fat people. Everyone he painted was out of shape. So I like to start my set off by telling kind of cultured, sophisticated jokes about art and classical music and philosophy, just as a kind of barometer to test the intellect of the room, to know whether or not I should continue with the more sophisticated material. Anyway, here's a dick joke. My dick is like the classic mobile game Snake. The more you play with it, the bigger it gets, but as soon as it touches anything, it's finished. So I'm just going to tell you about the kind of week that I had last week. Monday was a bit of a rough start to the week. I tried to pick up a blind from Dunelm, but he kept insisting on bringing his dog with him. Tuesday I had a job interview. They said, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?" I said, "I think we'll still be using mirrors." I don't think technology will advance that much in 5 years' time that we won't need mirrors in order to see ourselves. I didn't get the job. So on Wednesday, I decided to rob a bank because times were hard and I needed the money. So I was waiting outside, and suddenly the getaway driver pulls up dressed as an abacus. Something told me I could count on him. But the bank job didn't really go so well. So on Thursday, the plan was to steal things from celebrity homes and sell them on eBay. My friend said it was too dangerous to steal kitchen utensils from the home of Jonathan Ross. But I said, it's a risk I'm willing to take. On Friday I saw an old man crossing the road wearing a bonnet. I say he was wearing a bonnet, I hit him with my car. On Saturday I had to phone the police to tell them I was being followed. But apparently that's how Twitter works. Sunday was a good day actually. I went to visit my grandma. I prefer visiting my grandma when the weather's a bit warmer, because when you visit her in the winter, you can see her nipples through her tights. Have a good look. Do you know what? I don't think I gave you all enough credit about the kind of culture sophistication test. So I'm just gonna try something a little bit different. And, I'm gonna actually read some poetry because I think you're quite sophisticated lot. So these poems are haikus. Now, if you're unfamiliar, a haiku is a short poem that's 5 syllables, then 7 syllables, and 5 syllables. So, like if you're worried, don't worry. Just let the words wash over you. Just like that feel. Okay. January 1st. Time to celebrate New Year's. Unless you're Chinese. I won't wear a mask. What good is that tiny cloth? She said, buying thongs. I met a stranger. I knew he was a virgin. He wore a bum bag. Check your privilege. I'm a young, straight, white, cis man. Also, not ginger. I hate poetry. I came here to laugh at jokes. These are jokes to me. This next poem is not a haiku, it's a bit of a longer one. Have we got any Harry Potter fans in the room? Oh, brilliant, that's fantastic. I grew up watching Harry Potter and reading Harry Potter, and I loved the whole kind of whimsical, magical, wholesome world that it had. And so I wanted to write a poem that kind of reflected that kind of wholesome magic world that it created. So this is from the perspective of a sex worker in the world of Harry Potter. I'm a sex worker in the wizarding world. Listen as my story is about to unfurl. I'll fuck wizards, goblins, and I'll even let the women in. If you bring a sleeping bag, then maybe we can slither in. So they're in. The size of my wand is completely obscene. Call me Bertie Box, I'll flick your every flavour bean. My dick is called Death, I'll make you a Death Eater. We'll use Butterbeer as lube, it'll be all the sweeter. I love snorting flu powder, it's my only weakness, and after a line I'll parcel tongue your chamber of secrets. I'm a Gryffindor seeker and I'll rub your golden snitch, just don't pay me in cash. I'm allergic to pound coins, I get Quidditch. Quidditch. Gryffindor common room should be Gryffindor common room. You'll be wet as the Great Lake as you're sliding down my broom. I'll even fuck ghosts, but that's controversial. Why do you think they call her Moaning Myrtle? Turn around, I'll take you up the back Diagon Alley. Just hope we don't find chocolate frogs after the finale. One of my clients, Professor Sprout's one kinky florist. She don't trim, but I don't mind exploring the forbidden forest. I'm a professional, I do what it takes to get the job done. If I give you Hogwarts, use cream or you'll end up with a leaky cauldron. Thank you very much. I don't know if you know this, but there's actually a sex position that inspired by Harry Potter. Basically, the man masturbates into a sock and then hands it to his partner. It's called doing it doggy style. I think she has gone for a shit, hasn't she? Oh, right, okay. Oh, that shit, okay.
You've done alright.
Let's try some observational comedy, okay? I hate it when people go the extra mile. Like, no one's asking for that. If you decide to meet somewhere, just go to that place, because if you end up there, they've fucked off a mile in the other direction. Oh yeah, I know you want to dropping off at the station, but I've really gone the extra mile for you. The station's about a mile back that way. Yes, you do have to pay for the extra mile. I know you came in for your appendix out, but we've really gone for the extra mile for you, and we've removed a lung and a kidney as well. You're welcome. If you're gonna meet somewhere, just go to that place and meet there, okay? Because otherwise you end up wandering around Halifax wondering where you've gone to, Dad. My dad went to prison because he stabbed someone, but it wasn't his fault. He thought it was cake. My bills are too high. Who else's bills are too high?
Yeah?
Yeah? Right, I'll show you one of mine. This is ridiculous. Look at that. Just can't seem to get the... When I was younger, I was playing with my friend in the street, and he kicked my ball into next door's garden. Luckily, the surgeons were able to find and reattach it. So my wife plays dodgeball. She's really good at it. She hasn't touched them in months. Fun fact, women have one breast larger than the other. And to help you remember which one it is, I've made up a helpful rhyme. Righty-mighty, lefty less hefty.
For real?
Can't say that my act isn't educational.
I've never noticed.
Just before I leave you, I want to read you some short stories that I've written that were inspired by fairy tales. So if you'll bear with me. I also just want to make sure I haven't forgotten any jokes. Oh, this one's a new one. I was at the petrol station and I was just stood there minding my own business, and a guy grabs my hand and tries to fill up his car with me. I mean, what kind of fuel does he take me for? So anyway, these are some of my own takes on classic fairy tales. Okay. They all begin with once upon a time. Once upon a time, Snow White was feeling happy. This gave Happy an erection. Once upon a time, there was a princess called Cinderella who loved going to the balls, but only when the prince had shaved them. Once upon a time, there was a princess and a frog. The princess said, "I will kiss this frog in the hopes that he will turn into a handsome prince." And the frog said, "Please stop calling me that, it is racist." Once upon a time, a prince asked a princess if she would participate in something called a golden shower. That one's called The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time, Snow White was feeling grumpy because Happy had given her an STI. So I was only supposed to do 10 minutes, and I've actually gone over a little bit, and some people might say that that's unprofessional, but I like to think that I've gone the extra mile. I've been Stuart Gribboon, thank you very much.